Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order. So I'm sitting there last night trying to think up what news articles I can mention for this week's video. I'm checking out Pokemon.com as I usually do, see what new information is coming out for either the video game or the TCG. And I see also on their YouTube channel, they've uploaded clips of the regional tournament that took place in Indianapolis this month. And I'm watching all these card battles and video game matches, making some notes about interesting things here and there, and I thought this could really be a lot of good information to present to my viewers here. So I'm checking them all out, excuse me, and I go back to the Pokemon site looking for more information. Then I found out that these took place back on July 3rd to 5th, and at that point I'm thinking, it's kind of old at this point, it's almost a month ago, so I'm not really going to get into the news on that because I'm sure anyone interested in it has already looked it up either on Pokemon.com or other people have probably done reviews on these as well. However, I was excited to try and present some information from a big, almost World Championship. Speaking of which, with the World Championships coming up in August 21st to the 23rd, what I do plan to do for that is, throughout my daily life over the weekend, I'm going to sit here and watch the live stream on Twitch TV because I'm assuming they're going to do it for the World Championship as well. I hope to be able to watch a lot of it and tweet throughout the day, so make sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm going to make some mentions about things that I see in the tournament, and at the end of the day, each day, I'm probably going to, if I have the time, record a little recap video giving my thoughts on things that happened throughout the day and just my own feedback on how things went. So I'm excited to actually see these World Championships. I checked them out last year a little bit, but I wasn't able to watch a whole lot of it. But this past year since then, I've really gotten a lot more into Pokemon thanks to the YouTube channel. And it's going to be exciting to see all this stuff come, to the big showdown of worlds. Like, people from all over the world are going to come for this. And I'm eager to see how things go. Now, I do want to say thank you to everybody who is watching right now, and I hope that I'm presenting good information to you. We've almost hit 200 subscribers on the channel here, which I think is pretty amazing. So that's why I want to do some more of these high-profile sort of news coverage things, because as I get more viewers, I want to be able to present more information from like a wider scope of things. I'm going to try and expand out from just doing unboxing videos like I've been doing, and I'm still going to do the other ones that I've been doing, like the Wi-Fi battles and the TCG matches online, but I want to present a wider scope of information to everybody as the viewership increases. So again, we're almost at 200. Thanks everybody for those of you who have subscribed and stuck with me this whole time. I know I can ramble a little bit here and there like I'm doing at this very moment, but that being said, I appreciate all the support that you guys are giving me here. Now, other things to mention is, from the regional championship, Indianapolis there, I'm not going to go over everything, but I do want to mention one thing that Pokemon.com even said warranted its own article about. Now, you see a lot of cool decks, like, EX decks, and they're focused on dishing out power and just getting knockouts and taking prizes and stuff. One of the ways to win in Pokemon TCG is if your opponent can't draw a card at the start of their turn. Now, this one deck that, I think the person's name was Enrique Avila, but Enrique, he, I think, comes from Wisconsin, and he made a deck focused on Wailord-EX, which reminds me, I believe I did pull a Wailord-EX back in the day. The Wailord-EX! Look at this thing! First pack! I don't know how viable it is because I wonder whatever happened to that Wailord-EX. Or he was looking for Wailord-EX, and he happened to have a Gardevoir-EX for trade. So I did the trade, and now this is all your fault! Well, anywho, the Wailord-EX deck that Enrique used focused on just decking the opponent out, and it actually made it to the finals of the Masters Division of the TCG. So he was one step away from actually winning the entire regional tournament using this Wailord-EX deck. What's unique about it is it has 0 energy cards. It focuses on just getting some really high HP Pokemon. I believe there's 4 Wailord-EX in the deck. And he also has 3 Suicune with the with the ability that prevents Pokemon EX from doing damage to it. So his whole strategy was keep these heavy Pokemon in play, use things like AZ to scoop it up if it has damage, use Cassius to shuffle it back into the deck. max potions, and the Rough Seas to heal 30 damage from water Pokemon, Hard Charm to reduce damage done to it. All these strategies were just to keep the Wailord-EX from getting knocked out and making the opponent run out of cards before the match was done. Now, this went into, like, he won the first match against former three-time world champion Jason Klaczynski. Now, he's won the world championship 3 times, and he was having trouble against this deck. He lost the first match, so Enrique won. The second match, it came down to time limit. Now, Jason had to get like 4 prizes before the end of time ran out, you know, so that it could go into like a sudden death match, because technically that would have counted as a win for Jason. So he did pull that off. It came down to sudden death, where both players played for 1 prize card. At this point I was thinking, well, shouldn't Enrique just give up at that point, because he can't take a prize. He has no energy and he can't do any attacking. But as the video went on, I realized, no, actually this is considered a new game, and if Jason decks out once again, then Enrique will win. So Jason had that last chance to take 1 prize. He just needed to get 1 knockout, and he was so close several times. I believe Wailord-EX at one point had 10 HP left. Enrique used the AZ or Cassius, whichever it was, to pull it out of there, get something else into play. Now, in the end, no spoilers, if you want to check out Pokemon's YouTube channel, go do that now before I continue, but if you're still here, Jason won. He managed to get a knockout, and he took the only prize of the game, and he made it into the, you know, top spot of regionals once more, and I believe he's heading on to Worlds once again. So that's one of the reasons I'm eager to see Worlds this year. I want to see how far he goes, if he's going to win again, or at least how far he gets. If he loses, who beats him, and how far they get. So this Wailord-EX deck, just go to Pokemon.com. I'll put a link in the description down below. You can see what they had, like what Enrique ran for his deck list, and it's insane. Like I always question World Championship decks that have like maybe 6 or 7 energy cards. Me personally, I kind of like to have a more, you know, likely chance of getting energy, so I like to have between 15 to 20. I always think it's a little risky. Like I would never feel comfortable running 6 energy. Enrique runs 0 energy, but again, attacking is not what his deck is based around. So I really like unique strategies like that, so this Wailord-EX deck really stood out in my mind there. Alright, so that being said, there's 2 more cards that Pokemon.com has revealed from the Ancient Origins, I was going to say Ancient Trait, from the Ancient Origins expansion, and they focused on Sceptile and its Mega Evolution. So we're going to check those out in just a moment, following which I do have, for those of you that want to stick around, 3 booster packs to open this week. We got a Furious Fists, I'm going in the wrong order, Furious Fist, Phantom Forces, and Primal Clash. So first up, let's check out those Sceptile cards, and then we'll open these up. So here we see Sceptile is joining the ranks of the EX Pokemon. Like all EXs these days, he's a basic with 170 HP, Grass-type Pokemon. For 1 Grass Energy, Sleep Poison does 10, and flip a coin. If hedged, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep and poisoned. And for 1 Grass, 1 Colorless Energy, Unseen Claw will do 60. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, this will do 70 more damage. So, one idea here would be, you know, use Sleep Poison 1 turn. If you get a heads, use Unseen Claw the 2nd turn and do 130. This would combine well with the Hypnotoxic Laser from previous sets if you're playing the expanded format, because you can play the Hypnotoxic Laser even if you don't get a coin flip for the sleep, you're going to get the poison off. That's going to immediately power up Unseen Claw by 70 more damage. Another good thing to pair this with would be my trusty Victory Bell with Wafting Scent. You can just discard a Grass Energy from Victory Bell and cause poison and confusion in the opponent. Suddenly Sceptile's doing 130 with that Unseen Claw. Pretty good for like pretty much a knockout on almost every non-EX Pokemon, because not only will it do 130, the poison's going to do an additional 10 damage. You could also play Verbank City Gym in the expanded format, adding 2 more damage counters to a poisoned Pokemon between turns. Next up we see the Mega Evolution for Sceptile, Mega Sceptile-EX, 220 HP, Grass-type, and the Ancient Trait of Theta Stop. It says, prevent all effects of your opponent's Pokemon's abilities done to this Pokemon, which means my Victory Bell's Wafting Scent would be useless against it, but this is good for stopping other abilities. I wonder if technically that would mean Mew EX can't use Versatile to attack this Pokemon with any other attack. That'll be interesting to find out. And the attack is Jagged Saber for 1 grass, 1 colorless, 100 damage. You may attach up to 2 grass energy cards from your hand to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. If you attach energy to a Pokemon in this way, heal all damage from that Pokemon. You could give 2 of your Pokemon a full recharge of their HP, or if you want to power up just one of them, give 2 grass energy to one, you're going to heal that one as well. So Mega Sceptile-EX looks like it's pretty good for a support Pokemon as well. Good damage, and it's going to heal up one of your guys that might be close to a knockout. So some pretty powerful EX Pokemon adding to the set from the Ancient Origins expansion. Not bad. Alright, now let's bust into these 3 packs of cards. And I'm going to try something risky. I'm going to try cutting tops off of all 3 at once. Let's hope I don't lose any cards in the process. Alright, so going in order of release, we do have Furious Fists up first. I still gotta tear it open. There we go. Starting off this Furious Fist pack, we begin with Slack Off, Poliwag, try and focus the camera again here, Lickitung, Makuhita, Gothita. Makuhita Gothita. Next we have a Pancham with the Bad Influence evolution, always useful for getting your Pangoros into play. Fighting Stadium to boost fighting attacks against Pokemon EX. And a Watchog, always useful in my Victory Bell deck. Reverse foil card is Magmar, nice and shiny there. The rare card of the Furious Fist pack is Auroros with Ice Shield. Any damage done by an opponent's attack to each of your water Pokemon that has any water energy attached is reduced by 20. And Icy Wind for 70. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Not bad. Always difficult to get these fossil Pokemon into play, of course, however. Alright, so moving on to Phantom Forces. This pack shall present to us Helioptile, Murkrow, Venonat, Finneon, Litleo. Next up is Loudred, Handscope. Your opponent reveals their hand. Okay. Croconaw. Reverse foil card is Klefki. Nice and shiny. It's an uncommon card. You get Call for Family, which is okay. You get 2 basic Pokemon to put onto the bench, but other Pokemon can do this with a colorless energy, and this Klefki requires metal energy, unfortunately. So not as versatile as some of the others. And the rare card of this pack is Gliscor. 90 HP fighting type, stage 1. For 1 fighting, submission hold does 20, and your opponent can't attach energy from their hand to the defending Pokemon next turn. That's useful. And for a fighting and 2 colorless, Poison Jab does 60, and on a coin flip, with heads you get poison on the opponent. Alright, nice Gliscor. And now, Primal Clash. We all know what I'm hoping for in this pack. It's a Dive Ball. Let's see if we're lucky enough to get it. Almost mixed up the order of my cards here. Alright. Primal Clash pack gives us Hippopotas, Illumise, Feebas, Mudkip, Spinda. We also got Combuskin, Lombre, Teammates, always useful card. Reverse foil card is Starmie, very nice and shiny. Synchro Star does 10 plus. If this Pokemon and your opponent's active Pokemon have the same amount of energy attached, this does 60 more damage. And a free retreat cost on this Starmie as well. And the rare card of the Primal Clash pack brings Excadrill, 100 HP, Steel Pokemon, Metal Pokemon I should say. Drill Run for 1 metal energy does 20, flip a coin, if heads discard an energy attached to the active Pokemon, and for a metal and 2 colorless, Stray Claw does 60, you may discard energy attached to this Pokemon. If you do 30 more damage. Not terribly bad there. Alright, so those are the 3 packs, and that's it for this week's episode. Be sure to stay tuned later in the week for the TCG match and the Wi-Fi battle. Until then, This is Professor Chaz signing off. I'll catch you next time.